having another session where we are getting a female to speak to us. And I'm excited again, apart from having a female to join us tonight, I'm excited because the topic we are talking about is not only a topic that affects us as business owners, but most importantly, the person behind the story we are going to hear is what excites me. As we are speaking right now, this resource person that we have today is joining us all the way from Zambia, irrespective of the time difference, irrespective of a tight schedule, irrespective of the fact that she's been so busy the whole day trying to run a conference right far away in Zambia. She still said that, TK, I want to be part of this program today, either you like it or not. And that excites me, and that warms my heart, because these are the kinds of professionals we need to come to advise us, to come to join us, to help us to be able to build our businesses to last. The experiences we are sharing from here, the tools and templates and all the advices we are getting from here can never be learned from any book, but just from the people behind this. Tonight, we are talking about how to leverage on technology to build a business. People say they need money to start businesses because they only hire a brick and mortar property to start their businesses. People are using technology to build their businesses. Tonight, we are sharing about what it takes to leverage on technology to build a very successful business. And this person is actually doing it. Not that he's going to tell a story. She's doing it. And then today we are talking about digital tools, physical goods, how to leverage tech to sell traditional consumer products. How do we do that? And people are making all kinds of noise online, but let's see what we have tonight. Tonight, to join me to talk about this is my very dear friend, Dora Na Adote, who has known for some time now, very aggressive lady. I'm sure she's going to show a picture and you see what I'm talking about. Pretty lady, but extremely hardworking. Why would a mother and a wife and a corporate executive be running around the whole of Africa trying to empower other women to become better people? If you can't find anybody else to advise you, then there's nobody else than Dora to join us. Dora, thank you very much for joining us tonight, and good evening. I don't know what time is it in Zambia. Good evening.
It's 11 minutes past 9. Good evening, Dr. TK, and good evening, everyone.
11 past 9 p.m. or a.m.?
PM.
Wow. So two hours ahead of us.
Yes, please.
And this is what warms my heart, because this time you should be resting, probably be preparing for your session tomorrow. But you've decided to stay with us tonight. And for this reason, I'm so grateful to you and having the time to be with us and share your experience with us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are excited to have Dora to talk to us tonight, please show some emoji before we go ahead to do anything at all. If you don't, we are going to end the discussions now. Let us show the emojis. But guys, be careful with the kind of emojis you guys are sharing, I beg. She's already taken, so don't share some kind of emojis. That one I have to tell you. All right. Dora, thank you very much for joining us once again. And I'm very happy that you are doing this for us. It's my joy to see people thriving in their businesses. It's a joy to me when I see people who at one point in their life could not afford to take care of their kids, probably take care of their homes. But today, based on the kind of business they do, their kids can go to school, their kids can wear quite good clothes, they are comfortable a bit, and they cannot take care of other things they're supposed to be taken care of. That is the reason why we come here every Thursday to see what we can do together to help other people to build their businesses to last. If mine is working and yours is working, why not the other person? So tonight we are here together to get your experience and to talk to us a bit about this. I know you, but most of the people who are here might not know you well. Would you take some few seconds to please tell us a bit about you and what you do currently?
Yes, please, Dr. TK. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here tonight. This is such an amazing, huge platform, and I count myself really privileged that Dr. TK would allow me to be here to share with all of you. I see some people a lot of mentors are here, a lot of my colleagues are here. So it's such a privilege. Thank you, Dr. TK. And for all of you who have joined, I'm so grateful. So my name is Dora Nana Adote. I am an entrepreneur. I run a business called Ad Brand. We are into the production of Ghanaian healthy snacks, plantain chips, all kinds of varieties. We have it on the market. We have it at some shelf shops. And we also are into the distribution of juices. That is where actually the business started, which I'll come to when the time gets there. So you can check us out. You can connect with us on all social media platforms, Ad Brand, ADD, and then Brand. By the grace of God, I'm also into business coaching and mentoring. I am into finance consultancy. I'm working with GIZ and a few other institutions on some projects. I'm certified in cybersecurity. I like to mention that because I never thought I could do anything IT related. So I don't say it to gloat. I say it to let people know that if I did, you can also do it. And then I'm certified women in digital business trainer, so WIDB, and essentially digital marketing and AI tools. I'm certified to train people on that, entrepreneurs on that. So essentially that's it. And I'm married. I'm blessed with such a wonderful man and amazing children. So that's just about me. I think this is good for now.
I love the fact that you're married. Otherwise, all the guys on the call would have been sending some huge, nice emojis. But today you are on. Guys, don't send some kind of emojis. You are on. Anyway, so Dora, thank you so much. I'm excited. You've been in this business for a while, and I'm sure I've seen the ups and downs. I've been in this space, and I've seen my own ups and downs many times. And how would you describe you being a female? How would you describe your experience as a female, as a mother, as a wife, as somebody trying to build an entrepreneurial business? How would you describe the challenges you've gone through? If you're advising any lady on the call right now, what would you tell them?
Okay, so this is from my personal experience. So Dr. TK, let me just mention that I was a banker. So I transitioned from corporate to entrepreneurship, and I had a thriving career in there. It was nice, but I quit for some reasons. And I remember when I started entrepreneurship, it was hard. And so I had people come up to me and say, no, why are you stressing yourself? Your husband can take good care of you. And quite frankly, yes, they were right. He could take good care of me. But it wasn't just about he taking care of me. It was about me having some potentials that I wanted to unearth. And I feel that a lot of women have those potentials, but we are limited by cultural barriers, societal barriers. I think at the backs of our minds, we know that you're a woman, a man is going to marry you and take care of you. You don't really have to stress yourself, and that really limits the potentials of women. So I'll talk about cultural barrier, societal barrier. I'll talk about maybe they don't know how to start. They don't have the knowledge. They don't know how to do it. So there's this knowledge gap or technical gap. And then sometimes too, women easily get overwhelmed because even if you are not a wife or a mother, you are probably babysitting. If Dr. TK was my brother and one of our siblings had a child, I will be called to come and take care of that baby, not Dr. TK. It's a cultural thing. It's something that comes off naturally. You would call the female to come and help out. There's a funeral, we are doing some cooking, we'll call the females to come and help out. So it's sort of we get overwhelmed. We are always tired because people, friends, family are always calling on us for help and for support. And if you're a wife and a mother like myself, it makes it even more overwhelming. I don't have time. Let me just stick to the little that I'm doing. It's okay. Why am I taking all of these things? And sometimes I'm a Christian. We get some funny scriptures to back that attitude. But I hope that after tonight, we would all repent, change our minds, and do more because I feel that there's so much women can do. Women have the ability to multitask. A woman would stand at the kitchen and prepare 3, 4 meals, 5 meals at the same time. None would go wrong. How many men on the call can do that? Let's be honest. There are few who can, but women have that ability, which comes almost naturally. So these are some of the barriers I feel that restrict women from start. And we are afraid. We don't want it to fail. Men are used to failure in quotes because I'm sure most men probably proposed to quite a number of women and they were bounced before they settled on wherever they settled on. So men are used to, in quotes, failing or being rejected. But women, we are used to being pursued. So when we fail, it's difficult to accept when it doesn't work out the way we wanted it to work out. It's difficult. Like, how could this happen? But I just want to show you it's all part of it. So you just have to decide, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And I believe that.
I love this part. I'm already excited about the discussion we're going to have tonight, especially when talking about the issue about women being able to multitask at the same time. You have that innate ability, innate strength that you can leverage on to become actually very successful entrepreneurs. I remember when I was doing my PhD, one time I actually put my yam in my rice cooker and I was just sitting behind my computer working. Before I could say Jack, the yam was spoiled. Even with
sorry about that,
with even what do you call this, the cooker, You know, it wasn't just I was even doing stuff. I was just the rice cooker that I used, and it got bent. I was like, how did it happen?
In the rice cooker.
You know, but like you're saying, woman can be in the kitchen preparing granite soup, preparing that stew, preparing banku here, doing rice here. The little boy is worrying mommy. The little girl said, "Mommy, this." Husband say, "Please, can I see the bed?" Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. You hear that? You see, you are
I
doing
refuse to hear that.
see that thing. You know, so you are doing all these things at the same time, and that's the kind of mindset that entrepreneurs, when we start, that's what we do. You are the HR manager, you're the marketing manager, you're the sales manager, you are the everything. What they call the everything CEO of everything. I mean, you are doing almost everything. So if we're able to empower women, especially to understand and have that gut feeling to start, irrespective of the risk, based on this innate strength that you have, you become better entrepreneurs and successful people than we the men could be. Now, leveraging on that, I know you run ad brands. Why ad brands? Why that name ADD_brands? And how have you leveraged on technology? I know you use technology a lot. I mean, sometimes I'm amazed at the kind of things you do. This lady can be on one program at a time before you could realize everything on LinkedIn, everything on Facebook, everything on IG. How do you do that? How do you leverage on technology to do all the things that you do?
Okay, thank you, Doc. So ad brand. So it's ADD and then brand. So when I started to start the business, I wanted to get a name that would outlive me. I wanted to get a name that sends a message, because ad brand, we want to build an authentic platform. We're not just doing any products, but it has to be natural, healthy, Ghanaian, because I like the authentic part of it. And so I remember when I was looking for a name, the first name that came to mind as I thought about it was DNA. So DNA is like my initials, and DNA is it's unique to every individual. So I wanted my business to stand out. So I was going to go for DNA. Now, the idea to start a business came from my husband. The first time he mentioned it, we had a fight. And then I tested the idea and it kind of worked. So I have to go and apologize that, okay, we are no longer fighting. So when I was looking for the name, I thought about DNA. And then I said, oh, but this gentleman has really been supportive. In fact, the whole entrepreneurship thing came from him. And so I think it's only fair that we do it together, like come up with a name that includes him. And God has blessed me with two wonderful children. And even these children, their ideas, when they are talking about it, they were little, but they still had something in their mind. So I felt, okay, let me just incorporate all of these people without still losing the meaning of what I want to build. And so I settled on ad brand. ADD is the first three letters of my family name. So that's like Adote, ADD. Now, why ADD? ADD because I believe that whenever you buy a product from us, we are adding to you. We are giving you something. It's not ordinary. So that's why we don't just do any products. That's why we are intentional about the kind of products or even the collaborations we build, because we want some sort of products or services that people come for and they're excited. By the way, Dr. TK is one of my customers. Let me flaunt that. So Dr. TK will come for juice from us and he's happy with this. So that's how come eventually I settled on ad brand, that okay, we are adding to people, we are adding to them wellness, we are adding to them flavor, we are making their lives better. So that's where ad brand came from, and we want to build a brand that stands out. So essentially that's the reason behind the name.
And I like it because anytime I see a company's name, I always want to look at the nomenclature to see how it fits in marketing sense. Any name that you choose and for all of us on the call tonight, anytime you're choosing a name for your company, you must bear these three things in mind. Number one, you must not go more than 3 syllabi. So ADD is 3. Most of the big brands in the world, none of them, apart from a few of them that go above the 4 syllabi, all the successful brands in the world are 3 syllabi. Apple, 2 syllabi. Shell, 1 syllabi. Melcom, 2 syllabi. ADD, 3 syllabi. Hypack, 2 syllabi. So why would you choose a name called Chinua Kodia and Science Enterprise? Mouthful, you know what I'm saying? So that's a bit of it. We are going to talk about marketing one of these days too. How to choose the right names for your business one of these days. But I think you've done amazingly well choosing the right name, add, ADD, falling into the nomenclature in naming businesses. And number 2, most importantly, adding values to what you do and what you do with other people. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a teaser. Please type in the chat box if you're enjoying this. Just type value. Just give me the value. And then show some emojis. Show some emojis. Let's appreciate now for doing all these things for us. Now we jump straight into our discussion. What has technology got to do with business today? Do we always today have to have a brick and mortar property to do business? If we decide to go virtual, what is it all about? What do we need to do?
Absolutely no. You don't need brick and mortar. And before I answer the question, Dr. TK, permit me to ask the people on the call, who hasn't been to social media today? Who has not been to social media today? So by social media, I mean WhatsApp, I mean Facebook, I mean LinkedIn, I mean TikTok, I mean Instagram. Who has not been there? Do we have any responses? And if you have been on social media today, which platform? Just type the platform. Don't tell us what you went to do, but tell us the platform. Maybe you're on WhatsApp, you've been on WhatsApp today, you've been on TikTok today, please share with us. I would really appreciate that. Okay, I see TikTok coming through. Please keep it coming. Oh, thank you, Dominic. Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat. Yes, please keep them coming. WhatsApp, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp. Thank you all so much. Felicia, thank you. Diane, thank you. So you see, you have been there. What did you go there to do? I want you to keep that to yourself. But I want you to think about it. You went there to do something. Even if you watch the video, somebody gave you a nice video for you to cling onto it for the number of seconds that you did. So social media, online technology, it has come to stay and it's not going anywhere. So if you are afraid that the world is coming to an end because of online technology, I am sorry. Jesus is definitely going to come, but he hasn't come yet. So as long as he hasn't returned yet and you are awaiting his return, I want you to take advantage of the tools which are already available. You don't need brick and mortar. You don't need, I think recently I spoke with a group of women and they were complaining that they needed about 30,000 cedis to go and get a shop. I was in Kumasi or Takra Day. And I was telling them, really, you don't need that right now at the stage of your business. You are even struggling. You are not able to make those sales and you are thinking of going to get a loan from somebody, 30,000 cedis. You are not even guaranteed the revenue. So why don't you leverage on digital tools? Because we go there already. People go there already. If you have posted on WhatsApp today, anything, whether it's a Bible verse, a religious verse, whatever, I want you to do a quick exercise for me. Just go and check the number of people who have viewed whatever you shared on WhatsApp. Let's just use WhatsApp because it's simple. Please, can we all do that for me? I'm also doing it. I am also doing it. Just check. And then you can key the number there. I'm just going to pick the first figure. Okay, this one.
Well, so I have 362 views.
Amazing. 362 views. Please, can we get more? I think I had 64 for one I posted a while ago, just on WhatsApp. 64, 91, 175. So what is happening is that you are thinking you need brick and mortar to start. And by the way, Adbrand, we started with no capital, no money. But I just had to look for the resources which are available to me. And the main one was the online platforms, because I realized that I was there already. I would go and watch what other people were doing. So why don't I translate just going there for the sake of being there into something else? And so a few weeks ago, I had an opportunity to share with some students from a tertiary institution. And I was telling them, now social media is opportunity. It's a big opportunity for all of us. People are there all the time. It opens you up to connect with people, not just in your community, not just in your region, but outside your region, even outside your country of residence. So don't think that you need to get that amount of money. No, leverage technological tools. Because when Adbrand started, I remember I started with Samsung A03. I say it because if you read about Samsung A03, it's like a basic phone. It didn't even have good camera quality. But that's what I started with. Sometimes I'll go for programs and I'll carry my products and I'll say, Dr. TK, you have a nice phone. Can you take the pictures for me? And after taking the pictures, I'll ask you, Dr. TK, can you send them to me? And I'll use them to advertise. It's like you have to use resources which are available. Don't think that you need something else. No, God has given you whatever you need to start. So look at, Dr. TK, when I began to think, then I realized that, oh, where I live, I actually had a warehouse and I wasn't aware because I had about three empty rooms doing nothing, just idling about. But here I was thinking that I needed some huge capital to start the business. I didn't need it. So I just leverage technological tools. So if you are worrying Dr. TK to give you money to go and rent, please think about it again. Use social media because you're already there.
Just chip in with this very good example you made about if you don't have a good phone, you leverage on other people's technology to get the best phones. I had a similar story from a lady who said that anytime she went for a program, she look around and look for the guy who has the best phone. And most of the time, they were they are the big guys in the room. And, oh, can I please take a photo with you? And many times before the person would even finish taking the photo, can I take your number so that I can send it to you? And many times she was connecting to the top end people who were always in the room. And she said to me that in the space of like 6 months, she had surrounded herself with more than almost 100 top people in Ghana, including Kofi Amuaben, the brand manager for EcoBank, and some big shots. I was like, until when I come meet you, because I mean, sometimes people feel good to say, can I please take a photo with you? I mean, I know these people, when they go for meetings as well, you see that many times people try to get shy away from them a bit. So the moment you get close to them and you start asking them questions and all that, it gives them that leverage to even part of you. My dear friends, if you are listening to us, this is the take home for you. At church, at programs, don't just go and take photos anyhow and just do those things that we do on social media. Just yesterday, I advised somebody, I have one of my lady friends, every time she's showing her body. I mean, she has this body, and she'll take funny photo and be showing. So I actually called her yesterday and said, Madam, what you are saying, showing your body, would it be better off to probably look for a product and take a photo of that and say that you sell this product, even though you don't have a single stock? Find someone who has a product, the same way you want us to see your body. Why don't you leverage on that same video and then you get people to ask you to do something? This morning, she called me and said that she put on her status one of the dresses that she wears, she usually wears to work, and it was done by one of her sisters. 3 people have called her that they did similar stuff. 3 people.
Wow.
Dr. Tiki, why have I been showing my body without making money? So that's what Nike's telling us. Why do you show things that people are not interested in, but rather would insult you when you can leverage on that same platform, the same technology, and make money? I mean, if this lady is able to even sell 5 dresses a week, and she makes 50 Ghana cedis per dress, that is 250 Ghana cedis. And a month she make a cool 1,000 cedis. No job done. Video keke.
Yeah.
My dear friends, this is the gig. Now, I'll even add something to what you are saying. Look, if you have a calculator, please take it. Now, please help me also to do this. If you have an average view of, say, I have a lot. I usually get a lot of views. I get 250 and above all the time. So if I get,
a big man.
You see, if I get 250 people viewing my stats, my calculator is not working for me. 250.
I'm doing that calculation for you,
Doc. So do 250 views. And then you do that continuously for 5 days. How many views have you got? No.
1,250.
In a week. I'm telling you, no radio station, no TV station can give you that kind of view. Look at the cost implication, what you are doing with your status, vis-a-vis how much you're paying for a radio station or for a TV station. We did a survey, we did something in our school, and I'll share it before you come to this one. I'm just trying to buttress what Dora is saying about using technology. So, for example, if we have, say, 3,000 students, and then every student has an average of 150 views in a day. I mean, the study is just 24 hours. And then you have 3,000 students, everybody have 150 views. So 3,000 times 150 views would give you a cool 45,000 views in one day. Do this continuously for 1 month times 30 days. You are getting 13.5 million views. My dear friends, I will tell you as a marketing professional, no technology, no TV station, no radio station can give you this. But most importantly, as you do this, people are going to screenshot your stats. People are going to pick from you. They're going to pick your number. They're going to start chatting you. And what do? You start nurturing that relationship and eventually build a very good business. That's what we use here at Hypack Services. So, my dear friends, all that we are saying tonight is that we have everything we need to build a very good business on our phones, in our palm. We only have to know how to do it and we get it done. And today, the person who is doing it and actually is still doing it and leveraging on it with ad brands, is telling the story. Dora, I can't thank you enough. Ladies and gentlemen, let's show some love again. Show some love. Show some love. And as we continue, I want to say thank you very much to Nightbreaker for joining us again. Until I get all the way from Takwa. He's been an amazing fan of this program. And Antiage, thank you so much. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. Dora, now tell us, what specific platforms have you used to your advantage that has really driven your business for you, that you can also advise us on how to do it and how to do it well?
WhatsApp Business. WhatsApp Business and exploring the features of WhatsApp Business has been such a game changer for me. I started from there because it was easier to connect with the customers directly. So WhatsApp Business, I made sure I had my catalog, and I also kept the data of the customers. And so I'm very high on customer service. I'm sure maybe later I'll ask for the rating from Dr. Tiki, but I try to keep in touch with my customers. I don't let them go. So whether you buy or you don't, if you don't buy, you are potential. So I still keep you in the loop. And I find a way to communicate with you from time to time so that you don't forget us. I don't want you to forget us as ad brand. You can forget me as Dora or Nana, but you shouldn't forget me as us as ad brand. So I used WhatsApp Business. I used Facebook because the kind of products I started with, I realized they are consumed not just by children, but also by teens and by some parents. Most of these parents are on Facebook. And I linked the Facebook to Instagram. So I'll do whatever on Facebook and then we'll go to Instagram. It was just last year that I decided to build a presence deliberately on LinkedIn to catch a certain class of people, and because of where we want to get to as a business. So WhatsApp, and then I added TikTok. TikTok is amazing. You know, I people said, oh, TikTok is for a certain class of people. My dear, sometimes you have to test it to be sure whether it works for you or not. It may not work for some people, but for Advan, it's working for us. I can't believe within like 2 months, we had more than 1,000 followers. I said, oh my goodness, value truly sells. Value truly sells. You know, when I started, I was asking people to follow. Then when I decided to focus on value, I didn't need to ask anyone to follow. I just had to give them value, educational tips, talk about something. But I like Dr. TK would say, you can't finish the talk without talking about your product. And sometimes actually hold the products, because at the end of the day, that is what you want people to know you for or to remember you for. So WhatsApp first, Facebook, Instagram, and then TikTok, LinkedIn. And it's been really, really amazing. And Dr. TK, permit me to add that you don't need to have it all figured out. No, you just have to start and you have to be willing to learn. And there's this advice Mrs. Crampa gave at a program some time ago. Anytime I mention it, she doesn't even remember. And she said, do not be too proud to learn. And so it doesn't matter who has the knowledge you are looking for. Go there and learn. I am like that. I would walk to you. I think Dr. TK, one time I went to his office and I said, Dr. TK, I want to come and see you. And Dr. TK said, you can come. In my head, I was like, oh, just like that. No booking needed, nothing, because Dr. TK is a big man and he's saying, you can come. Just give me a call and I'll be ready to receive you. And there are a lot of Dr. TKs out there like that. So go to people below you, learn from them. Some of my most amazing ideas have come from my children. Because sometimes we'll just be in the house and you're talking about it and they'll just say something. You think about it and like, whoa, that was a fantastic idea. I'm sure probably they are not sure what they are doing. They think they are just being kids and they're having fun. But ideas can come from anywhere. And so do not despise sources, because it can even come from your security man. It can come from your cleaner. It can come, I think somebody's microphone is on. It can come from anywhere. So be willing to learn and be coachable. Dr. TK, some of us, we think we know it all. See, there are times I may know something, but I'll still listen, because the person will end up saying something I didn't know. And I will add on to what I already know, and I'll keep moving. Some of us, it's difficult for people to teach us, for people to mentor us. No. If you've done banking for over 10 years, so what? Now you're in a different terrain, so humble yourself and learn. You are a graduate, respectfully, so what? Humble yourself and learn. You could have many things, but just be humble to learn. And Dr. TK, be consistent. I think I've over-answered the question you asked, but consistently show up. consistently show up. Now, a lot of these platforms have tools. You can schedule your posts. You can use AI to help you with your content creation. You can do many things. Be consistent and show up. And you'll be amazed if you keep track of the people who are coming in. So often I can tell you, okay, at brand, we have over 550 customers because we keep track of all of these things. And so it helps us to make data-driven decisions, not emotions, not I feel like. No, I am making it based on this and that and that. And so I'm able to make better decisions rather than driven by emotions. So if you're not too sure, you can read about it, try 1, 2, 3, get what works for you and stay there. And then as you expand, you can explore the other platforms as well.
Wow. One on the bro word.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, show some love, show some love, show some love. These are times that you just enjoy the flow. This is not PowerPoint, but I'm telling you, if I put this together into PowerPoint, we'd probably have like 100 slides. But we are just sharing it as natural as it is. And that's how we learn here every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. If this is your first time of joining us, please make it a time to join us every Thursday. She mentioned something about consistency. When we started this project mid-2024, the first time we had 5 people joining in. One of them dropped, which was my daughter. The other person who was Lizzie also dropped out. It was left with just me and another person. The question was, do I have to present to one person or still continue? I did. And from 9 people, today we are only 105 people on the call right now. Consistency on social is the key. We have gone as far as 312 people before on the call. 312. From 3 people to 2 people to 1 person alone. I mean, there was a time I was here alone. Dora.
Whoa.
People have joined.
Whoa.
I didn't know what they were expecting. Everybody dropped out. And I checked that participant. I was the only person. The question was, do you continue or do you stop? I said, no, I'll still go ahead and do it. I did. And tonight, look at us. And sometimes when I look at the testimonies, I'll put it right, the calls that I get after the programs and people telling me how they are benefited from this. And somebody even told me that she actually made this like a Thursday business school for her. And everything is here. You know, that's how we learning. And that's how we do it. If you decide to just stay put, you will be doing fine, but you would have done better if you already continuously been learning. And continuous learning.
Dr. TK, no, permit me to give my own testimony because I think Built to Last has been one of the amazing things for me from last year. Unless I have other engagements, sometimes I have sessions in the evening and I have to, join, so I'm not able to join. But if you're on this call, you are interested in entrepreneurship, you are building, stay here. Like Peter told Jesus, let's stay here, please stay here. Because you see, whatever Dr. TK Hyperg is doing, they are supposed to charge. But Dr. TK, for whatever reason, has decided to make it free. Grab this freebies with both hands. I built my business with a lot of freebies, and Built to Last was one of them, is one of them. So please get the free information, free knowledge, free consulting. Come here, ask all the questions that bother you. If you went to see Dr. TK, you are probably going to pay consulting fee, but this one is free. During Q&A, raise your hand, ask all the questions. They will take their time and explain to you. Free consultation. So I just wanted to chip that in.
Yeah, thank you very much. This has come to stay. If we are helping people to build to last, we must build to last as well for people to build to last. Exactly. And I was going to say something about what I heard from Dr. Mensa Otabel some years ago. I was in the church one time and he said that because of the turbulence in today's life, social vices here and there, marriages are breaking down, relationships are not working, business are failing, everything's going haywire. And he brought a quotation in the Bible that said that knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our times. It's in Ecclesiastes. I can't remember the exact quotation. That day, that statement hit me like a bullet. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our time. If you can look for that quotation for us, please look for it and drop in the chat box for us. We want to go and read it and understand. In this turbulent society we have ourselves right now, business are not doing well. In fact, today I just finished a meeting and when I hear people who have started business and it collapsed and they owe the banks, it hurts me. It hits me. From the point when we started talking about people who owe the bank and they could not pay, and as a result, they were taking them to court. Some of them have gone to court. They are paying huge sums of money to the court. I was like, what happened? Why did the business fail? Wasn't there any means by which the person could have consulted with somebody else to let the business stay? This is what breaks my heart as a person, as a consultant, and as an entrepreneur myself. And the question is, what can I do to help other people to build their business to last? Good. Somebody has given to us. Isaiah 33, verse 6 to 8. Thank you very much, Adjoa. Adjoa, thank you so much. I wish you speedy recovery. Adjoa is not doing too well. Okay, so if you can find knowledge, you can stabilize your business. If you can find wisdom, you can even do better than just getting the knowledge. But how do you get it? By paying the price for it. And paying the price includes you fixing 1 hour every week just to be on this call. I'm not asking for the numbers. I'm asking for the few 2, 3, 4, 5 people who would come here and take the information we share here as seriously as possible, go and apply it in their businesses, and then come back and say that, well, Dora said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I started it and my business is thriving. That's the story we want to hear. It's not about the numbers. And I can give countless examples of people who have called. So my dear friend, Dora has said it right. Consistency, continuous learning, continuous self-education is the way to go to build your business to last. And we are not relenting. We are even going to do even bigger we are going to tell a lot of stories very soon. We are going to build our own community where people who are serious alone would be with us, not all the numbers. We'll talk about that later on. Dora, I want to ask you a very interesting question. When you started this business as a female, and as you female generically, not because I'm being gender biased, when you started this business as a wife, as a mother, as a business owner, what has been the one most challenging, fearful, heartbreaking moment that you had, which maybe somebody else on the call might be going through the same thing? And what did you do to get out of that?
Okay. I write them, but I don't have them offhand. Let me think of. It was when one particular month I didn't have enough cash to pay the bills. I didn't have enough cash to pay the bills. And that moment was an awakening moment for me, because that was when I decided to set money aside every month for savings, for emergencies, for the business actually. So it's like a business account, but it's a savings business account for emergencies. The way we all save from our personal funds for emergencies. And I think that month, I made some decisions that were not data driven. They were based on emotions. And that is why, as you also go to a certain level, you need structure. So for example, right now, yes, Nana is the founder of Ad Brand, but when it comes to financial decisions, I don't make them. And my accountant is so strict. And sometimes I'm not happy with him, but I'm also grateful to God for his life, because he would insist the right thing is done. Don't make cash purchases. Make sure you do it so that we can easily track. So do it by bank transfer or through mobile money. So I think one of the moments that comes to my head is when I couldn't pay the bills and I was crying. And I think everybody has cried, every entrepreneur has cried before. So I was crying and I was wondering how I was going to maneuver. But you see, I say that, Dr. TK, challenges are good. When you find yourself in such situations, it makes you think. That is why they say necessity is the mother of all inventions, because you begin to think and you realize that your brain is so powerful. Like, yo, I'm such a powerful young lady. Our brains are so, there are so many things we can think of. There are so many ways out. So I always say, if there is a way out, there will definitely be a way out. So it made me think about ways I could come out of it. It made me do things I hadn't thought of doing, and it brought the results quite immediately, which was able to help solve the situation. And Dr. TK, you also, as an entrepreneur, you have to build like-minded people around you. Because I always say that if I don't have a friend I can call and ask for, I'm cash strapped, I need like 10,000 cedis and I'm going to do, if you don't have that group, Dr. TK, and you're starting, you're going to struggle. But that support around you also comes when you have integrity. Most of the time, people have the funds. They are not giving it to you because they don't trust that you pay back. You took 100 cedis from them, you didn't pay them to part with their money. So that's one of the challenging moments. Dr. TK, can you hear me?
Yeah,
and then I think there were moments too that parents too that, okay, thank you. Moments too that I wasn't seeing top. So what I mean by that is things didn't go as planned for a period. And that also made me think. So that's why I have a team. So I don't make the decision how the previous month went. Now we are trying to bring it to 2 weeks because we realize that if we wait for a longer time, the problem can compound and stretch. So these are things we are learning as we are journeying on. I mean, I haven't arrived. Dr. TK does have arrived, but me, I haven't arrived. I'm still on the journey.
I think so.
And I am making
So we are
it.
getting there. I will tell you
Yes,
one of my very memorable stories. And I'm happy it happened to me, because if it hadn't, probably would not have sat up to do what I'm doing today. I mean, the same way you couldn't pay bills, it happened to me before. I was sitting right here in my office at a square, in my office right here, and the light went off. I checked the electricity meter, it was off. I thought it was ECG power outage. It wasn't. Not credit NASA. And you can say. Then I was sitting there with Nicholas, and Nicholas says, "Boss, light NASA." I said, "We'll go and buy." My dear friends, I will tell you, I do not have even 50 Ghana cedis in my pocket to go and buy power to bring the power back on. Unfortunately for me, a client was coming to see us. So now what do? I've called the client. The client says he's on his way to the office, and I'm waiting for him, and then the lights are off. What do? Again, necessity is a matter of invention. It is true. Quickly, what came to mind was that I quickly called the client and said, "Well, I have an emergency meeting at Golden Tulip. So can you please, if you haven't got close, can we please meet at Golden Tulip?" So no, I'm just around the whole about. Then I'll just go back and meet at Golden. And that day when we sat in that meeting, the man was like, "Wow, this is the first time I've been here." I said, "Oh, wow, that's a nice place. That's where I usually have my high-end meetings when I want to meet clients like you. And, you know, I want to give you a certain..." I was bragging. I could not even pay for water for the guy to drink. I could not. But unfortunately, you know what he did? He rather paid for the water that we drank. Even asked us to even dinner, have lunch there as well. It was an exciting moment and also a very sorrowful moment, because I felt like I'm helping people to build their business. I'm giving advice to people. They're doing well. Why not me? That got me to thinking, to ask myself what is happening and what I can fix it. And today we thank God. We can buy as much as we can and be able to stay in there. This is an encouragement to all of you. If you are in this business, if you are in this space and you think that it's going to be that rosy, it is not. It may fail at some point in time. But the failure times are the times that God is asking you to please sit up and ask yourself deep-seated questions. And eventually come out of it. We are not there yet, but at least we have formula gradually that's getting us to where we're already getting to. And that's why I'm personally very excited sharing some of this experience with you and getting our friends as well to come and share their experiences with us for us to grow our businesses. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, you may raise your hand or drop your question in the chat box. Be very willing to answer any question that you have. Again, this is the consulting moment. Ask the questions you want, free of charge, no strings attached, nothing. Just ask us. We'll give you all the answers you are looking for. And by the way, if you are enjoying the discussion up to this point, please show some emojis. Type in the chat box the one word that is impressing upon you to now know that you're actually learning. Just give me one word of your impression tonight of what we are learning tonight. And also you can drop your questions as well and let us have a conversation around that. As we are waiting for those questions and comments and you raising your hand, Dora, we've talked about WhatsApp, and WhatsApp has come to stay most likely. And it's really helping a lot of people to build their business. I mean, I know it's somebody who has built his own store, everything on WhatsApp, nothing more, nothing else. A student selling second-hand clothing. She goes to the first line, take the best female clothes, and all that she does, just drop down their status, do all those things around WhatsApp, and she's making money. If it comes to somebody who is starting fresh, what one or two ideas would you give the person to start a business on social, on digital, via technology to build a business? What are the 1, 2, 3 steps the person can take to be able to start from there?
Okay, so I always ask people to ask yourself, what can I do with ease? What can I do so well? I figured my strength was sales and marketing. And so it was easy. So I started with no money because I became the middle woman. I'll take from the local manufacturer and sell to Dr. TK and I'll get my margin. So I didn't need to invest money in it directly. But when I tested it by selling a lot within 2 weeks, that was when I realized, oh, this could be good business. I should think of going into it. So ask yourself, what can I do with ease? If you are a student on campus, what are the needs of people that I can meet? Most of my customers are like Dr. Tiki. They don't have time to drive to shops to go and pick up stuff. So I'm saying that, okay, let me provide them convenience. Dr. Tiki, no need to move. I know you are very busy consulting for businesses. Just give me your location. I'm going to send them to you.
You remember the last person you brought?
Yes. Yes,
that
Dr.
was
TK called me in the morning. I was like, oh my goodness, Dr. TK. But I didn't tell you that it was hard. I just figured a way out to get them. And I made sure it got to you. So that's what I'm talking about. Dr. TK cannot stress himself with that. So I'm not supposed to call you and tell you, Dr. TK, I don't know what. No, I have to absorb all those shocks and try to provide a means to meet your need. And then I get paid for it. So ask yourself, what can you do? What can you sell? Life is all about selling, by the way. Even the men we chose to marry, they sold themselves to us and we accepted or agreed to go with them. The woman you married, you had to sell yourself. If you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, like friends, partnership, you sell yourself to people. So life is all about sales. So you have to be selling something. If you don't have the product, can you do drop shipping? I have seen students, Dr. TK, who put pictures of maybe sneakers or trousers or whatever on their state, or they don't have the product. So when you say you are interested, they agree with you and they go get the thing and give it to you. It's a good way to start. But by all means, don't let your status go waste for 24 hours. Don't allow it. Don't allow it. Do something with it. Even if you don't know, yes, you don't know how to set up WhatsApp business and all of that. Maybe Dr. TK can arrange something later, but start with your personal WhatsApp. And as you grow, you can evolve and build all those things. But start, you have to be selling something. What are you good at? What is your expertise? Are you so good with marketing like Dr. TK? Start from there. Dr. TK has his top customers. You can also go for the other people. There are always classes, you know. I mentor people, but I also have mentors who also mentor people. There are always levels. So find the people that you can sell something to and get paid for selling whatever you are selling. Because there are so many. Dr. TK, I tell people that if I was still at the bank, I would never go broke. Because you see, I wouldn't just work for my bank, I'll work for other financial institutions. In fact, about 5 years ago, I became an insurance broker because I did my car insurance and I realized the agent had commissions. So I spoke with the manager. I was like, Mr. Latte, how does this thing work? I was like, you just have to bring clients, any client to get a commission. I was like, this is good because I have quite a lot of people I'm connected to. It may be quite easy. Let me just use Dr. TK as an example. Dr. TK, please, can you give me your insurance? I'm going to do this and probably sell something else to him. So Dr. TK, I'm saying, don't stress. I'll come do everything and I'll bring it to you. So if I got 10 people every month, I'm getting free money by just selling an insurance product because every product that is sold, you get a commission. And so please don't sit there and say there are no jobs. Look at what are my strengths? What can I do? How do I go about it? And if you are, that's why you have to stay here because as you stay with Build to Last platform, you learn ways of doing some of these things. You follow people like Dr. TK and you learn from them. I always say that there's so much you can learn from just observing. You don't have to ask, just observe. Observe how Dr. TK is doing his things. Observe how somebody is doing their things and learn from them and be prepared to make the mistakes. Mistakes are not that bad. You make all the mistakes and you learn from the mistakes. I remember Dr. TK, when I started, I didn't really know about content creation. I don't think we had AI to help us with content creation at the time, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And so I'll make one particular post I'll never forget. On my status, I captioned the juice. A confit juice is the new age. And somebody came and said, Nana, what do you think you are doing? What is that?
And I remember that was the time I started buying a confit from you. That was exactly the time. As bad as it was, that was the time I met you and I said, no, I have to buy this a confit.
You know? And people were mocking me. Now, these people have come to me for business mentoring and coaching. So we cannot afford to give up. Yes, it's all about selling. We cannot afford to give up. Because Dr. TK, the more you do it, the better you become. You build confidence, and then you are able to get to a lot of people. So while somebody was mocking me, Dr. TK said, Nana, can you get me 2 packs of juice? And then added the varieties to it and I supplied him. So don't be afraid of mockery. I remember somebody said, why are you selling juice? You have to sell one CD. And let me say it's my local dialect, I'll translate. One CD. The profit margin is just 1 CD. When are you going to sell like 10,000 to make 10,000 CDs in profit? But you see, Dr. TK, there's an adage in Tree which says, your food, your pa, and your piano. I have experienced that in my life to be so true. Dr. TK, so what that means is that if you are doing something good, you're likely to get support. The phone I am using currently, it was a gift. Yes, it was from my husband, but I never asked him. And knowing how logical and analytical he is, I know he got it for me because he saw me doing something and realized that this lady needs a phone with a better camera quality to do what she's doing. So if you people see you, I remember one in-law of mine just gave me an amount of money, huge amount of money. And I was like, okay, I'm going to pay back. And she said, no, relax, just build your business. Why would she do that? Before, she had never given me money. But why would she do that? Because she saw that I was doing something worthwhile and she was willing to support. And so don't just sit back and say, I don't have money. Start something. When people see the good things you are doing, people will come and support you. Dr. TK can easily say that, okay, I'm just using a random name. Mercy, I see what you're doing. I think you need this and that. I have posted a few videos and Dr. TK has called me. Dr. TK, do you remember the one about the ring? Dr. TK has called me and asked me, why are you not showing your product? Why are you not doing this? Dr. TK wouldn't have if he hadn't seen that I was treading on a particular path, which was good. And so keep pushing, push yourself. I advise people that it's great when people motivate you. It's great when people inspire you. But David encouraged himself in the Lord is one of my favorite scriptures because there are times you would have to be your own encourager. Be your number one cheerleader. Cheer yourself on. It's not working, but you're telling yourself, Nana, it's going to work. Just give it time. Learn. What do I need to polish? What do I need to change? What do I need to mend? And keep going. But by all means, you do not stop and you do not quit because at the end of the day, it will pay. Dr. TK, you know, I said I started with the phone, knowledge, and internet. Now, by God's grace, Ad Brand has a delivery van. I was waiting for you to come and show it to you, like you'll be in the office and I'll try it. I'll say, Dr. TK, this is us. We have a motorbike that is going to deliver the products which are not bulky. And we have some equipment for the production of our plantation. So you see, when I talk about 6-digit figure, from 0 to building a 6-digit figure, and the next milestone we are looking at is a 7-digit figure. And I know that we are going to get there with persistence. So you don't give up. All the great men and women you see, they started from somewhere. And the reason they are great is because they didn't give up. So for me, when it gets tough, I encourage myself in the Lord. It is okay to cry, especially for us women. Cry. Somebody said 7 digits. Yes, that's the goal. Very soon, by God's grace, we will get there.